This certainly turned out to be an interesting Saturday where we started out with widespread rain across the area. Then as the afternoon got going, here's just an example of how interesting the afternoon was. This was sent in to us from Trey Sweeten of Grove, Oklahoma. He was catching what looked like a funnel trying to make its way down to the ground coming out of Grove, Oklahoma, and also headed toward areas just north of Bernice, which is where he was looking when he sent this video in. That is certainly what we had to keep an eye on throughout the course of the day, even though we thankfully didn't see much in the way of tornado warning touchdowns. Let's switch back and let's break down exactly what these storms did for today. Let's switch back and take a look at our time lapse from Indigo Sky outside of Seneca, Missouri. We did see all that rain from this morning, the cloud cover too. Then we saw some of the heavier rains from the thunderstorms that plowed on through. This was the big massive rain that rotated across the region as we got deeper into the morning and certainly into the afternoon. And you can even notice as the backside of that system before it started to rotate through, we had some dry areas, sunshine trying to peek through, a little low level spin, and not to mention temperatures trying to push into the upper 50s to near 60. That turned out to be just enough fuel to drop a few weak tornadoes on the fringe of our area in Nowata County. Then the rest of the way, those storms mainly just dropped hail ranging between dimes and quarter size. If you didn't see, fortunately, any of that severe activity late this afternoon and early this evening, we saw area-wide rain amounts push over an inch. Some of you with the heavier pockets of rain pushing 1 to 2 inches. And as far as any rain that's led to any flash flooding, there is still a flash flood warning for central parts of Barry County, mainly focused just to the north of Cassville until 1 a.m. But that's primarily for the rain that worked on through, and it's well to the east of us now. We're hard pressed to find anything, but I would not be surprised if we had still a random shower or a couple areas of drizzle or a few sprinkles trying to hang on out there underneath otherwise mostly cloudy skies. 44 in Joplin feels like 37 with that west-northwest wind picking it back up at 16 miles per hour. Around Joplin, we managed to, despite all the rain, despite all the clouds and the storms, top out in the mid-50s today, upper 50s rather, to near 60 in northeast Oklahoma, and everybody else just made for a chilly day. But now everyone's falling into the same ballpark as temperatures go. Upper 30s for Arlo and Yates Center, but most of us now sitting in the 40s, and we are still not done dropping off just yet as we continue to sit on the backside of this storm system. Much colder air once we work closer to Chicago and the southern sides of the Great Lakes. That's where all the snow is with this storm system at the surface at least. But upstairs, this upper low is going to hang on for another day, keep us under the clouds for your Sunday. But this upper ridge will keep us quiet to start the early week out. And then we got the next storm system out west that we need to keep an eye on late in the week ahead of us. So at the very least, on the good side of things, no severe weather, no thunderstorms for tonight, but the clouds stick with us and still can't rule out a random shower or a few areas of sprinkles or drizzle. Otherwise, we're going to be hard pressed to warm up at all tomorrow. 35 in the morning, 38 by noon, and highs only near 40 with that northwest wind at 10 to 20, not to mention gusts near 25 at times. So wider view of things taking us right into Monday with this upper ridge keeping us quiet. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. This puts highs in the 40s on Monday and then back in the 50s for Tuesday and Wednesday. So to start the week out, it's looking okay, at least this work week and school week. But then that next system out west wants to bring in rain chances by Thursday. And depending on how things play out, its temperatures can play out to our favor. If you want snow, maybe a mix of rain and snow by the time we head towards Friday. So 40 tomorrow, 44 Monday, 53 Tuesday, 57 on Wednesday, staying relatively dry for the next 4 days, Chris, and we'll take it after we had to deal with severe weather today. But sticking with Doug's pattern, we'll see rain chances back in on Thursday and then a couple shots for some winter weather by next weekend.
Looks like we get just enough time to breathe before the next storm system goes ahead and decides to park itself on.
At least in this instance, we're not seeing anything too crazy severe-wise Thursday or by late next weekend.
Good deal. That's what I like. Nick, thank you so much. We'll come in